Today is our special 3D episode, so if you have a 3D television at home, we will have some tricks and delights for you right now. The movies we will be talking about today is Winter's Bone,
How to Train Your Dragon,
Megamind,
and Due Dates.
Okay, so today we'll start by talking about Winter's Bone, and here's a clip for that. So Winter's Bone was the winner this year of the Sundance Jury Prize, and it's directed by Debra Granik, who did one other small debut film before this. And it's about a girl named Ree Dolly whose father has gone missing, and he is part of this big underground, or small underground, I should say, meth cooking world that exists in the Ozarks redneck kind of village.
Sounds very sci-fi.
And she's kind of taken upon herself to take care of her entire family and her little brothers and sisters, because her mother's catatonic and her father may or may not be dead. But if he doesn't show up for a court date, they're going to lose their trailer and be out on, not the streets, I guess, be out in the sticks. So she's tracing back the last known living days of her father to see if she can find him to get to come to court on time before she loses the house. Now, this has had a lot of acclaim this year. There's been a lot of critics' top 10 lists and things like that. So I went in with pretty high expectations, and I think that might have sort of ruined it for me, because if this was the grand jury prize for Sundance this year, I think it was a slow year at Sundance. There's some things to like about the movie. It's shot really well. There's some good, intense moments in the movie, but they are kind of few and far between, and I feel like a lot of the southernness of the characters are a little over-mannered. And, everybody sort of has these crazy generic names like Teardrop and Thump and Jessup. And it almost feels like a non-funny, non-ironic version of a Coen Brothers movie. So I give this a B-.
B-, nice. I'm more of a rhinoceros. I wasn't ready, so that's why I did it. So, no, I give this one a C+. I was rather disappointed in it. I don't like gritty southern meth movies, I guess. I don't know. I like movies where there's, it's a piece of somebody's life and you kind of follow them and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But these just make me feel bad. You know what I mean? You're just like, really? Life is that awful? You understand. Even in this town, there's life that awful for people where they're just so poor they're hunting squirrels or teaching their kids to shoot guns so that they can hunt for squirrels and survive when they disappear because the drug lord is after them. And part of that made me realize that this is a really, really horrible and depressing movie. I just wasn't ready to be depressed, so maybe if I was in a more depressing mood.
The title, like Winter's Bone, you might think that it could be depressing.
You would think so, but I don't know.
I actually thought that the movie didn't earn its depressingness. Unlike Harry Brown that we watched earlier this year, which I think, it was a dark story. It was gritty, but it also was grounded and felt sort of realistic. I almost felt like this is kind of like the white people version of Precious, where it's so bad, it's so depressing that at a point you're kind of like, this isn't even realistic. Like this is just rhinoceros. But
redneck Precious, that's what you're gonna go with.
Yeah, it just didn't earn the depression. It felt like it was trying a little too hard, and that was my big complaint with it. I thought, like I said, it's shot beautifully, and I think some of the acting, John Hawkes, who plays Teardrop, the brother of the father, I think he does a really good job. He might get a nod at the Oscars this year. I kind of feel he has that sort of, supporting actor sort of performance. But other than that, I think it's kind of a recyclable Sundance-y kind of thing.
Recyclable Sundance. Yeah, I don't think I have much to add to that. 'Cause I was just bored during this movie. I mean, a lot of movies can be boring where they have drawn out silences and stuff like that, but this one didn't even have a lot of those. Like, I mean, a lot of the boring parts were when action was happening.
Yeah.
Although watching redneck people fight is kind of fun. I did enjoy.
Oh, I was going to add that there is a moment in the movie, to one of the more intense parts of the movie, where the movie almost became a Western, where you have these, like, meth gangs kind of battling, or you see, like, there's this tension and rivalry, and I thought, ooh, the movie's finally going to take off and turn into something interesting. And then it abandons it. So, why don't we move on?
Whoa, 3Ds. All right.